You get a notification we're live. There we go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special edition of the Best Damn Podcast, a sit-down conversation with the one and only, my mentor in the radio broadcasting business, hardcore Rob Hansen. How are you, sir?
What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. How are you doing?
I'm really good. Thank you. Thank you for having me, man.
Hey,
I'm honored.
when we started doing these, I had to get you in, and I figured, since Weird Frequencies is on a break right now, I figured I'm going to get him in for this one. I need to get him in here at some point.
Cool.
So
You've been interviewing radio people.
We've been interviewing. We're trying to get interviews with a lot of people around here. We want to spread word on like local podcasts, musicians. I got a few more that I'm working on as well. And since it's Halloween, I was like, this is the perfect time to get. We're also broadcasting this on the Weird Frequencies Facebook page. And
Cool.
I'll send you a copy so you can upload this to the YouTube page. But I was like, I was wanting to do this to where we get to know some of the podcasters. And I'm also thinking it's like, just get to know people in general, like local celebrities and musicians. We had Ray Lytle on a couple weeks ago, which his interview ran like 2.5 hours. I don't think you want to be on for 2.5 hours.
No, I'm cool.
I don't think
it was Ray, he can go on and on like that. So,
Oh, he could. Yeah. Between him and Sage.
About himself, too.
Yes. There was
Ray will talk about himself for 2 hours straight.
There was like a full half hour where we love you, Ray. There's a full half hour where Sage asked him a question about how he met Jim the photographer. And I forgot to tell your story about Jimmy, but he mentioned how he met Jimmy, and that turned into a full half hour where I could just sit back and be like, oh, let's let him talk. Just let him go, It was a great interview, and there's still, I don't think.
Yeah, well, if you called me your mentor, and and Ray is my mentor, so there you go.
Ray and
Jimmy, but Ray,
my mentor, yeah. So, it was a good interview for sure, and that guy there, so he's got a lot of history with just broadcasting in general in the Central Illinois area. There's so much there, and you got quite a bit of history too, as it turns out.
Kinda, yeah.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit, shall we?
Yeah.
You had a radio show back in the day.
Yeah. I started out Ray Lytle, your interview last week, called me out of the blue, and I had a website called like Springfield Bands or Springfield Concerts or something, right? And it was a really early website. Like, I'm not kidding, when the internet started almost, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had this website, and all I would do is go and I would get the Illinois Times band section, and I go home and I type it all in, right? I'd retype the whole thing, and that was my webpage. And so it was a list of bands, but it got really popular and people started using it like crazy. And for some reason, Illinois Times, I don't know, they didn't really. Well, I started letting bands put their own stuff up there. That's the thing.
Uh-huh.
I started letting bands put their own links and pictures and things, and it got more popular than the Illinois Times thing, right? So people, they were dying to get on my website. And I even did the newspaper did a story about it. I'm dead serious. Literally, the State Journal Register did a story called "Local Man Makes Music Website." I'm serious. It's out there somewhere. And the State Journal Register. And so Ray called me out of the blue, and we had talked a few times, for whatever reasons, and I might have went to their remotes, and I was a listener, that's for sure. I love their show, Morning Disaster, him and Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
And I called. So Ray called me one day, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna take your website and make it into a radio show. Okay, and you're gonna host it with me." And I was like, oh, okay. I don't know nothing about radio, right? I said, uh, I don't know anything about radio, and I don't know what to say, and I'm just gonna be a radio guy and host this cool, show. And so he was like, we want to take your website, and turn it into a local music show, and it was called Bandemonium. So we read
Mm.
the name, and it was called Bandemonium, and I hosted it with Ray together for about 6 months, and then he became program director of WQOD, and he didn't have the time to do everything and host Bandemonium also on Sunday nights. So he let me take it over, and he was just like, he just had faith in me. It was a trip. He was just like, Rob, I've done this for a long time, and he said, you have a great voice. I know this from talking to you, and he said the rest of it will come to you. He said,
Yep.
worry about it. He said, you just listen and watch and learn, and the rest of it will come to you. And there you go. He put me in a studio with Dog, the late great Dog.
Oh yeah, we lost him. What, last year was it?
Yeah,
Or
amazing, man.
That's bad. Yeah,
And he trained me for like 3 days. I watched Dog in the studio, and I watched everything he did. He told me some things I remember. He said, I was like, how do you do this, dude? I mean, this is going to be terrifying. My first time knowing that I'm talking to, he's like, oh, it's like 10,000 people, you're talking to. Don't worry.
no pressure. No pressure at all.
Always the lowest number is probably 10,000. I'm like, oh, great. Yeah. And he said, just act like you're talking to your best friend. That's what he said.
It's good advice.
Just go on the air and just be like, hey, how's it going? What's up? How you doing? Good. You look great. Good to see you. So that's what I did, and in that fashion, was just told, I would just act like you were my best friend, and it made it easier for me. But he always told me I should go to like a big city like New York or LA. He said, you're not. He said you should leave Springfield and go to like Chicago, or he said you'd be great there. But I never did it. But yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, it's interesting how many people. Ray had an opportunity to go to larger cities and areas as well, but he chose to stay in Illinois. There's something about Central Illinois. I mean, I've had options to go to Missouri just to move there and get a job there, but there's something about Illinois. It's just, even though the state sucks financially, it's still, you have to deal with like the stuff that's going on in Florida with the hurricanes or Appalachia, which I guess they're getting ready to get hit by. This is weird. They were talking today on the radio. This is perhaps going to be, this is scary, one of the strongest hurricanes in history. Milton is.
That's what they're saying. They're already talking about, how it's the government's controlling it and everyone's freaking out.
We'll get to weird frequencies.
Like, all the cloud seeding and what's that called? The jet streams or whatever.
Yeah, silver line.
All them people are coming out of the woodwork now saying it's the government controlling it all. It's like, actually, this is like the 13. There's been 13 storms basically that have followed this same path, and this is just another one of them. I mean,
yeah, I'm
the
really
government's not controlling nothing. Maybe not as strong as this one, of course, but this type of storm or whatever, it happens. It's like government control. But
see, back before 2020, I didn't believe in any of that stuff. I didn't believe in the whole direct energy weapons, government control,
geoengineering,
storms, all that stuff. Michelle Obama being Mike Obama. But now that's 4 years later, I'm like, dude, I believe in half of that shit. I still don't believe Michelle Obama's a dude, but I believe in the whole direct energy weapons, the silver lining.
You think they'd be seeding the clouds to cool the planet down, and that's not working out too well because there's all these heat spots all over the place that's making these hurricanes. I mean, it's really what's making these hurricanes is,
Yeah, it's just really weird. It gets so close to the coastline, and it's just like this little tiny storm. It's a depression, they called it. And then when it gets right close to the coastline, it's all of a sudden like steroid shot, and then it's just blowing up, and it's like, what the fuck is going on down there?
It's a trip, yeah, man.
It is, yeah. So, for those people who are wondering, the reason we're running late is because Rob's been having technical issues. His camera just went out, which is totally fine.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it goes out in 10 minutes. It goes out. So, we lost Rob. Damn it! Oh, here he comes back. There he is. He's got his camera on. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, you're good back now. So, for those wondering, in case that keeps happening, that's why Rob is here. He's back. He's just having.
Yeah,
that's also why we're running late, because he's having technical issues.
That's scary down there, though. People are tripping out about it, and really. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey, Jen. The storm went from tropical storm to Category 5 hurricane in 24 hours. Yeah, it kind of did. This one did.
Jen's one of my favorite listeners ever.
Jen's awesome. Jen and Big D, they're awesome.
Even the basement show, she used to hang out.
Yeah. So, okay, so you went from Bandemonium, which I listen to Bandemonium, love Bandemonia. Then you went to
it was the only place where local rock bands could play. Now there's not really rock bands to play.
No, there's not. I tried to start a radio show on the Best Damn Podcast, playing for local music, kind of similar to Bandemonium. I'd forgotten you were involved with Bandemonium, and I think I talked to you about it. But it's so hard because most of those local bands are like, we don't know, we don't want to, And I had one guy that was sending me music, and I forgot to check I had one guy that was sending me music, and I forgot to check my email. And he stopped, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, for the.
Well, Bandemonium existed after, what happened was I hosted it for about a year and a half or something like that. I was always like behind the scenes doing Ray's websites and helping him and taking pictures and helping Jim the photographer. And I was really good friends with Jimmy. And then I, met Ray in it through Jimmy kind of, and we did Bandemonium for about 2 years. And when Ray left Bandemonium, he sent Jimmy to be our producer. So Jim the photographer was a producer at Bandemonium for a year and a half or something like that. And it was a place where he could go and be taken serious. And he was Jim or Jimmy, he was, James McGill on that show. He wasn't Jim the photographer, the gay, funny guy that got kicked around and pushed around on the other shows, right?
Yeah. He
was our producer. So whenever you come on our show, if you're a band member from another band and you thought you were going to pick on him or be some kind of, like he was, they'd make fun of him that he was gay and things like that. And, we'd be like, no, you don't fuck with Jimmy on this show. This is, so he liked to be, he liked it because it was a serious place for him where he could be a radio guy and produce the show and mix it. And he loved that stuff, man. So, he loved Bandemonium. But then he passed away a few years later, and which is terrible. And so we did Bandemonium for a couple of years, and then I left radio and started. I went to a community college radio for a little while with Jim the photographer, actually. And we did a show there called Midwest Music Network. We did that about 6 months, just kind of fooling around, me and Jim the photographer, and actually a guy who's on AM radio now named Bishop on Air. I don't know if he's famous now and like on AM radio. But back then he was a stoner dude on our show and a conspiracy guy. And now he's Mr. Oh, my name's Bishop on Air, and he's dead serious. And he's a broadcaster. He's awesome. He's in the Illinois Broadcasters Association, and he went a long way since doing a stupid little show with me. But anyway, then we started Basement Radio. Yep, we started Basement Radio after that, and it was before YouTube and kind of before Pandora, and it was like a local YouTube almost.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I've always said Basement Radio, it's one of those things, it's a great idea. It was just the wrong time
Me too,
for it.
Corey.
I really think, like right now, with the world of podcasting the way it is, you have podcasts out there. They cover everything from cooking to garden time with Susan. You know, you have podcasts out there that make fun of other podcasts. You have podcasts out there that talk about, you know, the most random stuff. I think Basement Radio would flourish right now, but the problem with that is that it's not going to come back. I don't think. You know,
Well, you know, in its time, that was the thing. Me and Ray with Disaster Radio Network and Basement Radio, you know, I helped him launch Disaster Radio, and Basement Radio was kind of a sister station. And man, we couldn't make money off of it. We could never really find out. You know, we just didn't have the technology to, you know, we were doing YouTube basically, right? We were doing YouTube. We let people do shows at home, and you connected to Basement Radio from home. That's how it worked. And then just like you're doing right now, but it was a little more complicated back then, and you had to do a bunch of shit. But you know, you connected to Basement Radio, and people took turns, and it got really popular, and we were getting like 25,000 hits a day, like literally. And we started getting hip hop involved, and hip hop realized that you couldn't play their music on the radio anywhere in Springfield except for WDBR. Maybe once a week they might play one song. There was a local hip hop artist, but that was the only place on the whole planet where these people could get their music played. I mean, anyone into hip hop culture, their music was not being played then, you know. So we were able to hip hop was like became like it was just second nature. They swarmed to it, you know. So rappers from all over the 217 met there, and we did these epic mic passes. We would invite people to the main studio, like 10 rappers at once, and pass the mic around, and it became really popular. And then one day phones became $99, right? Because before then it was cool, and you needed your phone to, you know, you could watch. It was okay to like watch a show where a guy was playing music for you, right? Yep. But as soon as phones became $100 or $99, it was all over. Then everyone became their own DJ, and you just didn't need Basement Radio like it was. And it tanked that year. It just went downhill completely. Listenership, it was done. It was crazy. People were on their phones going, I don't need Basement Radio anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of sad too, because it's like, you know, that kind of stuff would have been great back then. And it's like you said earlier, there goes Rob. Don't worry about it, Rob. It's fine.
That's funny.
Don't worry about it. Just pretend Rob's there. The thing is, it's like Basement Radio, from what I understand, from what you have said and Ray has said, and even Bubba said this was a problem with Basement Radio. It was so hard to get paid with the bandwidth. I mean, the fact that
something.
Yeah, like there's something like,
you know, we just needed one super genius, me and Ray, you know, we needed one super genius that could have monetized it and made it a more, you know, way to, and Ray, you know, Ray today, he's still, you know, his show, he gets subscribers, and he makes money from it, you know, but, you know, I think if we would have done it right back then, you know, we were just about starting, you know, YouTube, and we were just about starting, you know, a hip hop YouTube, basically.
Right.
And, before there was one, you know, it was wild.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I've always said it could work today, but it'd also be harder. But
I get asked all the time, bring back Basement Radio, bring back Basement Radio,
bring back Basement Radio.
Yeah, constantly. I mean, I'm not kidding. At one time, there were about 25 shows on there altogether. All shows from all over Springfield. Hip hop shows, juggalo shows, drug shows, beer show, 420 show, DJ 420. There was DJ spinning beats. There was people talking about sex. There was like the Menage a Trois show. there was people on there doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Well, it was the wild west of early radio and internet
It
broadcasting.
was.
Yeah,
It was great.
I remember back in the day. This is how I remember Twitch back in the day used to allow nudity because it was such a small website. Nobody cared for
For a little while, yeah.
Yeah, for a little while, women could literally go on there butt naked, stream.
Yeah, they were doing like hot tub shows and stuff. I remember.
Oh, no, this is like back when Twitch first launched back in like 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
They would sit there topless, sit there naked, and, nobody really paid much mind to them. And then I think it was like a year or two later, Twitch got serious with its standards, and they were like, yeah, you know how you make all this money being naked playing a game of like God of War on PS2 or Halo 2? Yeah, stop.
All right.
So it was back there in the
try to
Wild
refresh real
West.
quick.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, 420 says he was doing Basement Radio too. I wonder if DJ 420, I wonder if that was you back in the day. I wonder if that was you. There he is. So, all right, you got your picture up.
What we did,
there we go. So, all right. So, at what point you're doing Basement Radio? When did you start Weird Frequencies up? Because that's been around for a while, if I recall.
It was a show on Basement Radio that I did with this guy named John Winterbauer, and he is an author. He's a science fiction author now, actually a horror author. And Metal Mike was on there. There you go. Did the metal show, and he did some punk there towards the end, I think, didn't you? And you know what? So many people met on Basement Radio. That's what's a trip. People, rappers all across, Central Illinois networked through there and continued on and became famous. I mean, and radio people that worked on there and had shows continued on and became famous. I mean, there's people still on the air right now. Like there's what's his name? The guy that used to do the baseball podcast. Now he's been on AM radio on the
the post game thread. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, those guys, and but they've done an AM radio show about fantasy football on WMAY. He's been on there now for years, and I think he just went to all internet. He put out an announcement saying he was going all internet. But anyway,
yeah, I've been trying to get the post game spread on for an interview too. Like at some point,
John's a super cool guy. I've tried to get him back on the show to do an interview, and I can't get him because he's too busy now and stuck up. No, I'm just kidding. But he's an author. He's a horror author. Actually, I was going to play D&D with him. I was going to join his D&D crew, but I didn't end up doing that. But he actually came up with the name Weird Frequencies, and we did the show for while Basement Radio was on the air, and then me and Ray about 3 years ago now, I talked with Ray and Lytle, and he was just chilling, and I was chilling, and I called him up and said, Ray, you want to bring back Weird Frequencies, and he said, yeah, and we did Weird Frequencies with you, called you up, and he said, I got this nerdy little guy that drives me crazy named Tyler. And no, I'm just kidding.
No, you're good. Said, you probably tell the truth, honestly.
And he said, I got this guy named Tyler, and he's amazing, and we're going to put him on the show. And then Ray and I and you did the show for what, about a year, about a season or so?
It's about a year,
and And then we took a little break, and then Tyler and I decided to come back as a twosome. And then Tyler's branched out now and done, his amazing stuff on his own with the Best Damn podcast and the wrestling stuff that you did. And now we continued on, and with the best, with the Weird Frequencies, we continued on, Tyler and I, for now 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And we've had Adam joined us, and Bubba joins the show occasionally, and it's been amazing. So
Yep.
And on that show, we for anyone who's never watched it, it's about weird things going on in the world, basically, and where we the latest any kind of weird happenings in the world, like Tyler and I, we couldn't resist talking about the weather, during this, but anything strange, weird going on, and I'm an expert kind of in my own little fields and ancient religion and aliens and things like that, and Tyler's an expert, I think, in paranormal in general and ghost hunting and especially, and dinosaurs and a lot of things. So yeah, but what do you call it? That's not the right word. Dinosaurs.
Paleontology, basically.
Thank
paleontology.
you. Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. How dare you? How dare you insult my amateur profession? So we've had a good time, and your Weird Frequencies was originally on Morning Disaster when it first relaunched, and I would not have any problem if you talked to Ray and got Weird Frequencies to broadcast on Morning Disaster as well. Just branch it out.
It was, it's been on Morning Disaster. It was on Disaster Radio for a while, and we streamed all over the place. So we and Ray's we had him back on the show about 6 months ago or so, and that was super fun.
Talking about the whistleblower and all that stuff going on.
Aliens when they got all crazy. Yeah, when things get hot, we'll pull Ray back on the show. And
he's always welcome back for sure.
Yeah. Carl Jones, look, wow, that's wild. I saw your post today, Carl, about Carl has let's plug him. He has a paranormal podcast that he does, right? And it's 8. You're gonna love this, Kyler. It's 8 ghost hunters. You can look it up, but you can probably look up Carl Jones. I don't know what it's called exactly, the podcast. Maybe you could put it up in the chat for us, Carl. But it's 8 paranormal investigators and / ghost hunters, maybe, and they sit around a table, and it's audio only. And there's a microphone in the middle of the table, and it's just 8 friends eating dinner and having discussions, talking about paranormal. Sounds super cool, man. Put it on in the car, driving down the highway or whatever, sounds awesome. So
yeah, Carl, go ahead and drop the name of your podcast. We'll definitely bring it up here on the screen so people can watch it. And it's funny. A pretty cool concept. Really.
I want him to. I would love for you to have you on Weird Frequencies sometimes, Carl, because I know that the reason is because you're at one point, I know Carl was the president or the head of a UFO society.
Shit, really?
Yeah, out at Lincoln Land College. So
wow.
So thank you very much for popping in, Carl, and it'd be cool to have you on our show sometimes. We'd love to have you. We have openings in October, so
yeah, I'd love to. I'd also love to get him on here so he can talk about his show too. I'm always looking to talk.
Yeah, that vice versa. Yeah, we could cross promote each other, so that'd be super cool.
Oh yeah,
we got 4,000 fans we could promote your show to, Carl. So definitely. And this guy here that we're on, we're actually on Best Damn Podcast right now, and they're one of the most popular shows around. So definitely. So
we try to be.
Go listen to Carl's show. It's super cool. Or just look him up, right away. Did we get the link? Did we pop it up already?
I'm still okay. Here we go. Paranormal Party of 8. Let me find that link real quick.
Okay, there you go. Look up Paranormal Party of 8.
Now we'll plug them real quick on here.
Thank you, Carl. Me and Carl are old buddies. We used to work together at Lincoln Land College.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Back when I was Mr. Security guy out there.
Oh, you were a security guard out at Lincoln Land?
Yeah, for about I worked at Lincoln Land like 7 years. And they became police, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm out of here." See you.
All right, I believe I have his Facebook. I found a Facebook page. We'll ping it right here. Here you go. Here is Carl's Paranormal Party of 8 podcast. There is the link to that one. We'll give you the Weird Frequency.
He's got the cool hat on now. He looks like he's ready, like Indiana Jones, or like he's ready for like his own TV show or something.
No, he's ready to find that crystal skull. That's what he's getting ready to do.
Yeah, he does. He's ready for an adventure, damn it. But everybody check check that out. So, but that's where I'm at today. And, Weird Frequencies is on Sunday nights, every Sunday night, 8:00. If I'm not on, Tyler's on. So,
I was given the blessing. I was baptized in the blood of the Anunnaki to broadcast it whenever Rob's not on, as long as he says okay.
Yeah. So sometimes, some nights I get called into work and I'm stuck there and I can't leave. So Tyler's there and he takes over and he's ready to go. So, and he probably gets more listeners than me anyway. So
no. There is a serious spike in listeners when you're on because people want the captain on the ship. They don't want me.
No, I'm kidding. But it's so cool that you have me on here, though. Thank you. It's like I said, an honor to just talk about this stuff. And class is coming up this spring. So, you're doing some what kind of classes? Like some UFO stuff or what? Or some paranormal stuff? This is the place to plug it for sure.
My question is, how would you teach a class about UFOs and paranormal? Like, are you teaching them how to what to look for, like spot fakes or like famous cases, for example, maybe like what's the one that's nearing its 100th anniversary?
Sounds like you should teach a class out there, Tyler. That's what it sounds like.
I don't think anybody goes to my
exactly
class,
what
really.
You're saying.
Okay, so his class covers paranormal stuff, covering ghosts, UFOs, cryptids, etc.
There you go.
Do not have a class about Bigfoot, because I'll tell you right now, I know at least 4 people that I broadcast with would be in that class for Bigfoot. I'm not kidding. And yep. Did you watch the Bigfoot video that got released on TikTok the other day?
Super cool, Carl. Look for Carl Jones out of Lincoln Land in the catalog. What are you going to be doing? What is that, community education type stuff? Or?
I don't know, but I'd definitely sign up.
Yes, we love you too, Bubba. Bubba
Did you
is
see
our master of the Bubba files. He sends us all kinds of. He doesn't miss anything. He's like, he literally searches. He is the internet.
You're not wrong.
I'm not. Yeah, we don't need to search the internet. We have.
There you go.
The internet.
Community education. There you go.
Yeah, cool. So look up his courses over there at the community education for Carl Jones this spring or this fall or whenever he said it was. Definitely super cool. Yeah. Or throw up any links that you want in the chat too, Carl.
Yeah, go ahead, Carl. You're fine to do that. Throw some links up and we'll share them on the screen so people.
Yeah, if you don't mind, Tyler, it's your chat.
Right? No, it's fine. It's fine.
Thank you. Yeah. So, and we're also going to rebroadcast this on Weird Frequencies, right? If that's okay with you.
Yes, we're currently broadcasting on Facebook, and I don't have the logins for YouTube's Weird Frequency page, but I will send this over to you as a video file, and you can upload it to YouTube whenever you'd like.
Oh, thank you. Cool.
So that's what we do for everybody. Like we've done that for Opa Ghost, Notorious Escapades, Ray Lytle. We actually had him broadcast, kind of like we're doing Weird Frequencies Facebook page right now. Mm-hmm. So classes in April, I believe, level 1, level 2, we go on a paranormal investigation. I'm definitely going to want to sign up for that class. That's
wow. For sure. Listen, look at this.
Yeah, look at this guy. This guy, he's
at Weird Frequencies, Carl. So definitely we talk about paranormal every week, Bigfoot, aliens, ancient, forbidden history, things like that. It's good stuff. It's fun. That's our audience. So they're going to love that. Everybody check that out for sure.
So I have a question for you. What is the one conspiracy, like, Carl, for example, mentioned the big totems when it comes to paranormal, ghosts, UFOs, cryptids, all that stuff. What's the one that you can't, like, you hear about it, you can't, but you can't believe it. You don't know. Like, for me, it'd be Bigfoot. I don't know about Bigfoot. Like, I mean, Bubba in here, again, every time Bigfoot is real, but I don't know, man. I mean,
I mean, just Bigfoot in particular, there's like more and more evidence, video lately, and you just can't believe any video evidence anymore. That's the problem,
Yeah,
and that's all they got. and video is not evidence anymore. That's it.
Oh,
We have AI.
that
And
black-eyed children shit's creepy.
you can
Carl.
take my picture right now and put an eyeball on my nose, and you can like move me around, put my chin over there, and put another head on my shoulder, and you couldn't tell any different, So there's just no more video evidence. Sorry,
It's
everything
hard.
could be faked.
Have you seen the new video that came out recently while Weird Frequencies in hiatus about the guy who caught a video of Bigfoot just chilling next to a tree?
Yeah,
that is. I mean,
it looks too much like the beef jerky guy, dude. Come on,
the Jack Link's beef jerky.
Yeah, that somebody grabbed a picture of him and zoomed in and put it next to the Jack Link's jerky guy, and the masks are almost exactly the same.
I mean look at this.
Catch him, dude. When he looks at you, hold on, catch him right there. Boom, dude. It's the Jack Link's with a row of teeth in there. Catch him. Yeah. See, come on. Now, can you pull up a Jack Link's Sasquatch next to that for us?
I can't do it both at the same time, but I can. I think I can do this. It's such a weird video, and like, I don't know. I don't really know what.
Black-eyed children stories are crazy. Yeah, there's not a lot of video of those. That's what I like proof. I like good video. That even though I just said video is not good evidence anymore anyhow, but the stories are really creepy. There are always some foreign kids in the town, and they're the only ones in town with black eyes. And
yeah, the black-eyed children stories. That is like,
my son-in-law just saw one here north of Auburn. Wow.
Yeah.
Illinois Bigfoot sighting. Huh.
And there's the costume, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, dude, look at the forehead, especially, man. And they might.
I mean, if they changed the mask, maybe, but I don't know.
And they added some hair, took some hair off of it,
Honest advertising for
some teeth to it, but Control Plus will let you zoom in on that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget about that.
Maybe, kinda. Control minus will zoom out for you if it messes up.
There you go.
Huh? Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's almost the same exact color, even.
It is. That's the thing that throws me off.
It's just, why didn't he? What did he? Again, what's our saying on Weird Frequencies?
Rush that monkey. Rush that monkey.
Why didn't he go get a better shot of it? Why he just went? Okay, well, there's the greatest finding on the planet ever that I could probably make millions of dollars off of, and I'm just gonna walk off. All right.
That's really interesting. Carl Jones says that Illinois is ranked 4th in U.S. sightings of Bigfoot. That's really impressive.
Those sites should be more like, it should go like this. Okay, he sees the guy laying there, and then he rushes him, and then he, zooms right in on him and gets right in his face with the camera, and the thing grabs him and kills him. And it grabs him and rips the freaking arm off, and you hear this, oh my God. And that's the end of the video. Now that's a Bigfoot sighting I could believe.
That's a Jack Link's video already right there.
That's how it would go. I think if these things were real, but I have a feeling though that I'm sticking with that they're not physical beings, and that they that's why we haven't found any. That's why there's no evidence. That's why there's no hair. That's why all the hair has come back bare or something else. I don't know. And there's no real evidence anywhere. And if you killed somebody now in a bedroom, we have forensic science so amazing that you might as well just take your driver's license and put it on the counter, because they're going to catch you, because of a hair that you dropped or something. And we haven't found nothing out there, man.
We haven't found a corpse,
a drop of blood or anything. And so that makes me think Carl Jones nailed it. They're interdimensional creatures.
Yeah,
I think
that's the big thing now.
We're seeing them, obviously, right? But there's no proof of them anywhere. That's the problem. They're even leaving footprints, but nothing, no hair in them or nothing. Maybe I think they're not even here. They're in another dimension, and they're just popping in and out. It's why they're able to stay so hidden too.
Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta do this, but I will be right back. So I gotta take care of something for the fiance. So I'm sorry. I know we're in the middle of an interview, but
that's okay. I'll keep talking about Bigfoot. Bigfoot. I wish he was real because, since I was a child, just like all of you, I read those Bigfoot books at the library and about monsters and cryptozoids and cryptos and the Loch Ness monster, and we all wanted to believe this our whole life. But man, I'm in my 50s now, and there's not enough proof out there for me to think that they're a physical creature. And drones. Everybody has drones. We should be getting way more drone footage than these little dotted guys. I mean, you can drop that drone. Like, there's another one. Drop that drone. Like, press down. You leave it up in the air like 5 miles, and you follow this little man in a suit. That's not proof. I mean, drop it down. Drop it on his head. See what happens. I don't, those things to me, like if you were out doing stuff like that, that's what you would do. You'd be like, holy shit, zoom in on him. You've got your little controls here and your monitor, and you'd be like, okay, there's Bigfoot there. Oh shit, drop down on him. Oh, and but no, they don't do that. Then the same thing with the guy in the suit. They're in the woods laying there, lounging.
Our new puppy just discovered the joy of hot dogs, and now he's almost ate a whole pack.
Nice.
That dog's gonna be fat. Susan left it out on the counter, and the dog was eating it, and he ran off with it. So I had to he ran underneath the couch with it, so I had to grab the hot dogs from him. But
that's hilarious.
Yeah. So the reason why we keep saying rush that monkey is, even though it's going to kill you or you're going to get mangled, you'll make enough money off of off the video itself.
Or your family.
Your family, yeah. It's about
the hit.
Yeah, take the hit. You're going to send your kids or your grandkids or your great-grandkids off to college.
You don't need that arm.
You don't need that. You don't need that arm. You have another arm. They got
play drums for Def Leppard with one arm. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Well, any other conspiracies that are hard and unbelievable is, I'm still, on the border all the time about God. So,
I figured from all the conversations we've had, you're not like atheist. It doesn't seem like I would say you're more agnostic from the way you talk.
Well, I think there's gods. I don't think there's necessarily one God. I think maybe there's a bunch of them, and they've existed for way before the Bible.
Kind of like Zeus and the Norse mythology, Greek mythology type deal.
Yeah, I have a feeling all those weren't. We like calling them mythologies. That's like programming, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It just calls them myths right away. I have a feeling. I have a feeling some of these myths and mythologies are real, and they were just Illuminati, and not Illuminati, but they were Anunnaki, and they were our creators, higher up gods, and I think there was a bunch of them. It says in the Bible, "Thou shalt not worship any other gods before me." Like, why does it say that? Think about it. There was a bunch of gods. They're all worshiping like the wrong gods and a bunch of other gods. And that one certain God has a name. The Christian God has a name, and he was a sort of from what I understand, like a God who didn't want the other gods to, he was jealous. He wanted everyone only to worship him. So
I don't know. Maybe it's like the Christian God we talk about now. Maybe he's the last survivor, if you think about it, because you look at, like, for example, Norse mythology has Ragnarok. Greek mythology has like the death of Zeus. maybe the God we have that's a Christian God, maybe he's like just the only survivor and the others have died from something, or
I think
I don't know.
Jennifer's got it right. I think all the myths have at least a grain of truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the same time as the Bible, and even before the Bible, the same story is in every religion. The story of Mary and Joseph and the North Star and the disciples, the same number of disciples, and the star in the sky, and Easter and Christmas, and those are all tales and stories we're told from astronomy and the stars. They're all characters in the stars, and they're in every religion basically. Uh, Buddhism,
Yep.
all of them, man. They all have the same exact story and the same character. Even Muslim, they all have these same characters, and that's what's trippy and weird about it. Like, why do they all have the North Star? Why do they all have the same number of disciples? Why do they all have the same number of people at the Last Supper with the same three wise men? Like, they're all the same in every religion, like ever before, Christianity, even in the Bible. It's a trip, man.
And Jen's
Stop
right.
thinking that
There's another
story.
one there. There's another one there. Almost every religion has at least a story about a great flood somewhere. That's been like that's every religion. Doesn't matter where you look. Catholicism, Judaism, Muslim. It's like every religion at least talks about a point where the earth was flooded.
I don't think this is the end of the world or anything. No, this big hurricane. Don't listen to the internet, like that, because it can scare you. There's a lot of people crying, and it's saying this is the worst thing ever, and there's these meteorologists crying, going, "Oh my God, it's horrible," and it is, and people are going to die, and people are trapped on the roads. They can't even get out of there, man. It's scary, but it's just a storm, and the same storms come through here a bunch of times, and this is just a bad one.
Yeah, like we had, what was it, that derecho a couple of years ago, and then
it might get worse and worse though.
Yeah, and then like the first time you relaunched Weird Frequencies, you got hit by a tornado.
Yeah.
The day of the very first episode, Ray came on and he was like, "Well, we were going to do an episode of Weird Frequencies, but Rob just got hit by a tornado." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. So did the Disaster Studios. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that 06 tornado. Yeah. That was bad. And then the Lauterbach man got obliterated, and that was everybody's profile pic for the longest time, was the Lauterbach man's head being carried by that girl.
I think, unfortunately, though, that the whole planet's really heating up faster than they really want to tell us. And I think that these type of weather situations may happen more and more. And that's why this one is so bad, is because of the global warming. If you look at these it's heat that's causing this huge amount of heat is down in like Mexico or something right now. That's like causing all this, and it's global warming. Let's face it, man. This planet's heating up. I hate to say that. It's scary to think about. Maynard said it best, I think, in Tool when he sung the lyrics, "Learn to swim."
Yeah.
Learn to swim.
I don't know if you talk to Elon, he thinks Elon Musk thinks we're approaching an ice age. Which, I don't know.
Learn to swim. So I think take swimming lessons would be a good idea for everybody.
Learn to swim, or put on some really thick clothes or something like that. I don't know.
But it's not the end of the world. Every generation that's ever, this should make everyone feel better too. All the apocalyptic stuff that's going around. Every generation since the beginning of written history has said that we're going to be the last one. Every generation has said that. Oh, this is it. It's all over. We're done.
Right.
From the Mayans to the those comet people a couple of years ago.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Or 2012,
the Hale-Bopp comet. The Y2K shit. Remember that?
Y2K.
Everybody thought
it's all over. Planet's gonna end.
That's it. Bye.
We're all
It's always
all that stuff passed. Mayan calendar stuff that passed.
Yeah.
I listened to a bunch of natives and grass skirts. Come on now.
If you technically read the Mayan calendar, it says the end of one age and the beginning of another age, which according to the Mayans was according to the Mayans, was like the end of one age and beginning of what they call the
Yeah,
age of
and that is kind
enlightenment.
I think
So,
what it meant and what it is
yeah,
true.
that's what I thought it meant too. But everybody was like, "Oh God, the world's gonna end! Oh Jesus Christ!"
Aquarius, like what is it? The age of Aquarius, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that what we're going into?
that's what. Yeah, that's what we're going into now. That's the
Let's
one.
talk about that. There's people that think that this whole transitioning, that there's like a transitioning and frequencies are being changed and blah blah blah. And there's people that have been talking about the past few weeks how everyone has been feeling really depressed for no reason, and also in a lot of pain, and also really tired, super 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 really tired, and in
Yep.
pain, and your hips are in pain. Whenever you walk, you feel it in your hips. Like, there's people talking about this, and uh they're like it's a thing. That's the thing. And um people say it's because of the planets aligning weird, or I don't know, there's something going on with out in space, and it's making everybody feel this way. But there's like a lot of people that are posting videos about it, how the past few weeks they've been feeling like this. It's weird.
Well, and I'm
Anybody else in
wondering.
the chat feel like that?
Well, I know my fiance Susan feels like that, but she chalks that up to seasonal depression. And that's kind of where we're at right now. That transitional period from summer to fall. It's starting to get a little cooler at night, cooler
It
during
sure is.
the day.
I described it as your body's trying to catch up with everything else or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
The
Well,
things that are
obviously,
changing in the world, and people are ascending and all this, but who knows?
yeah, obviously, I think frequencies. Obviously, it's been shown, and we've talked about it. Frequencies can change your body itself. As well,
I saw the
but
weirdest post from this guy that I thought I knew in California, and he wrote, "Whoever is stopping, whoever is raising all of the frequencies in California and killing people needs to stop. I wish I could find them. I would kill them, or I would kick their ass or something like that." Yeah, it was weird. I was just like, what does that mean?
yeah, I don't know. I
Dude's kind of
mean,
maybe crazy.
what is the frequency they have that there is a frequency that causes pain in people? What is that? I'm trying to remember what that was.
It's like, I don't know.
That
I don't
causes.
know what it is exactly they're blaming this past couple of weeks on, but I felt really weird the past couple of weeks. That's the thing. I was felt in a lot of pain, and I was in really weak, and now I felt fine today. It's weird.
I honestly, I haven't felt like any of that, but I have felt tired.
Mm-hmm.
The tired
And that was the
thing.
thing too. I could have been sick.
Yeah, well, I
I
mean,
had a virus.
allergies too. Allergies have been playing a part with me.
Yeah, it's that time of year. Yep, everybody gets the old viruses and from the allergies or whatever, the infections or whatever.
By the way, 2,000 to 4,000 hertz, that's the frequency in which it starts causing pain in your body.
Huh.
So there you go. Oh, unless it's infrasound, which is 200, which is 20 hertz. That's pretty low compared to regular. See, I'm a night crawler. I'm always tired. I'm over 40. My back hurts every damn day. It's just life.
Yeah, you're right, Tyler. And it comes to a point where in my life, I mean, I'm 56. I'll tell everybody that right now. I don't like telling people that.
You don't look
Don't
56.
tell people that.
You shut your damn mouth. You are
It'll
not
totally ruin
56.
my reputation with the chicks, but no, but no, I'm just playing. I forget what I was going to say. That's because I'm 56 years old.
The Alzheimer's just kicked in. There you go.
What were we talking about again?
Oh, I forget the frequencies and how they've been hurting people, and this time of year, everybody's going through like a lot of tiredness, exhaustion, pain.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm back on track. Yeah, at this age, I think waking up and you realize that being tired is okay. Being tired is fine. That's part of life. You wake up and you feel like shit, and that's okay. You kind of got to be like, all right, well, I'm okay. I feel like shit. but I'm alive and I woke up. So
yeah,
it's got, or maybe I'm a little depressed or down today. That's okay. I'm alive, and that's part of life. And, I'll get through it and get on to the next thing. And, but, at least when you wake up and you're tired, but being tired is just part of life now. Yeah. I wake up tired every day. Coffee helps me too. Yeah. God, I live on coffee. I mean, I feel horrible until I get some. It's a bad thing, man. And it brings me to life almost, like that song by Evanescence. Bring me to life. Yeah, like otherwise I'm like a zombie guy going, then all of a sudden I'm like, bring me to life. Yeah, when you have some good coffee. Chocolate crystal, cool.
Casey wears a chakra crystal every day. That's cool.
Wow. Yeah. See, I'm a chakra, and that's awesome. And people have auras and colors around them, and people think, and there's also like opening your third eye, which I'm scared to do that. I don't want to do that. That's people have said that once you do it, you can't turn back from doing it. And some people say it's not even a real thing, but I don't know. You ever heard about that?
I have heard about that. I've actually had women turn me down on dates because I'd show up and they say, your aura is very off. I think I need to go. And I'm like, what in the hell? What do you mean aura? What Jedi shit is this? I looked into it. I'm like, okay, they're talking about that. The third eye thing, I've had people talk about having their third eye open up, and they both, from what I've gathered, it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. So I don't know. It's
Jennifer, that's amazing. 4 years.
4 years.
I mean, how do you live? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, but you don't get tired. Or I mean, it must have been because of a reason, a health reason, of course, that you had to do that, and you probably, it's just how it is, and you just gonna have to deal with it. But otherwise, man.
What's up, Casey? It's host of the Notorious.
There was some withdrawals there for a little while, huh?
Oh, I bet there's some withdrawals, dude. I got
headaches and things like that. People say.
Yeah, I've got health issues, and if they don't get fixed, I'm gonna have to cut out the caffeine, which I can't function without my soda, my coffee. I am gonna be in trouble.
I drink too much, things like that. I mean, I drink probably every day a 300 milligram coffee monster of some kind, and I drink a few cups of coffee every day at least.
I do.
I don't know how many milligrams that is, but it's a lot.
I used to do 2 of these a day. I do 2 of these a day. These are the full throttles. I love these things.
I try to at least drink the coffee type ones, instead of the big can of chemicals ones, green chemicals. But they still have taurine, my wife pointed out, and things like that added to them. The coffee drinks do.
Yeah, I usually do coffee like around winter. I can't do coffee in the summer because it's like I know it's a big boost of everything, and I'm just like, it's too hot though. It's not my blood pressure.
There's one I love. I'm gonna get it right now. Check it out. Hold on.
All right. And Casey, this is just a special edition interview. We're doing these. You've been on before. We're interviewing Rob from Weird Frequency. So let's see.
Since we're talking about coffee for everybody.
Oh,
Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Oh, yes. I love Black Rifle.
Yeah, these are amazing. If you want to sponsor Weird Frequencies, Black Rifle, just drop us off a case of these, or 2, about 3 cases. You're sponsored for life.
You could have Black Rifle. I'll take Full Throttle for sponsor for best.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
We can both cases.
Yeah, just send us cases. That's all. We'll talk great shit about your stuff.
Yeah. We'll talk about you every week.
Yep. Jen says she was drinking enough; it was affecting her liver, and cut down to 16 ounces a day. After 2 or 3 weeks, she realized she hadn't had any for 2 days and hadn't had a headache, and haven't had it since. So yeah, I mean, obviously, it's like good. It's like what Bubba here says as well. Energy drinks are just a placebo. They can be, yeah.
Man, I know caffeine definitely makes me gives me energy and makes me able to function and do things. That's all I know.
Jen says she bought a bunch of the Black Rifle for her son's girlfriend for Christmas. I
Nice.
order the coffee grinds. I get a big box of like 4.
Awesome present.
I got changed up I got so many bags of Black Rifle coffee, the calf version. I have in our food pantry, I have a whole shelf. It's got like 30 bags of coffee in it. So I'm not going to run out of coffee anytime soon, but I got to change up and get something different.
So in the future, I one last thing I'd like to talk about is the future of weird frequencies.
All right.
I would love to someday move weird frequencies to AM radio and be on all night long. Ooh. That would be amazing. Imagine if we could make a career out of that. Would you quit your job and go do that?
I mean, I don't know.
Paid enough, or I mean, do you got a really good job without telling people what you do? I mean, do you make a lot of money? Because you wouldn't make much in radio, right? You'd make like 30,000 a year, probably, or something.
As long as it's like $21-22 an hour, I would consider it.
Man, you see, you won't get that out of radio. Well, but you know, we'll get you in there part-time though.
Yeah, I'll pop in for sure. Pop part-time.
No, but you know, man, I would love to honestly though do this show once a week on AM radio somewhere. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would.
Yeah. So anybody, you know, any kind of radio people listening or watching, we're available.
WYMG, WEAI. What's the other one that's been watching?
Hot Talk 970.
I'll go ahead and peel the curtain back a little bit on my show. We may have
anybody else who is in. Go ahead. Sorry.
We may have a radio station here in Jacksonville. It's like a community radio station. It's Elm City
Jacksonville Radio. We'd love to be on your station.
Elm City, if you're looking for a great
Elm City.
Yep,
we can broadcast from the house, or we'll come to this place once a week. It doesn't matter. We would.
There you go. That might be your replacement, right? That might be your replacement for me, right
Casey
there.
When
I can't come in, Casey Ray. She does the Notorious Escapades podcast, and she's all about the mystery stuff.
We'll get her in there for 25.
Oh, she's real good.
There we go. We got a already.
I'm gonna be on her show Saturday for a special edition of her show.
Nice. So that's the future of weird frequencies. I've sent a letter one time to WMAY describing the show and saying that we were available Sunday nights if they would like a live lovely radio show on, and I didn't get a response. But I was going to try some more, and now that we have another couple of years under our belts and something for them to look at,
yeah,
who knows, we'll see. It'd be nice. It'd be cool. Sunday night on AM radio.
I know that if the Best Damn Podcast ever got a huge sponsor, started going on radio, I'd definitely throw weird frequencies in there. Like, I know this professional broadcaster who taught me how to broadcast. He does a really good show. Why don't you bring him in? Give him a too,
Nice, yeah.
You need to get him in before GTA 6 because then you're never going to see his ass again. He'll be.
It's coming.
Yeah, we're gonna lose Rob for quite a while when it comes to GTA 6. That got delayed, didn't it?
Oh, they haven't even announced it yet.
I don't think they've announced a release date yet.
No, they haven't. I don't think they got a general sort of idea. That's about it. There's a date though. I don't think
the first trailer for the game announced that GTA 6 has a release window of fall 2025. I'm still waiting for the Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake. That looks great. I love video games, and me and you both know that. We go back and forth on this quite a bit, but
yeah,
when that got announced, I was shitting my pants. I'm not kidding. I'll just say that. I know someone's going to clip it, but son of a bitch.
Oh, I could have seen the comments all this time, huh? Dang. I didn't know that. Wow.
You can. It's being broadcasted on. You can highlight them too, I think.
I'm going back and reading it all right now. Well, God, there's a ton of it. I can't believe that. I missed all that. I'm sorry. I wasn't ignoring anybody. I swear. Anybody who, was throwing in comments and I wasn't responding. I swear I'm not stuck up or anything.
It's just yeah. Well, if you get on radio, you don't have to worry about comments.
Corey loves Black Rifle Coffee. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Go Corey. Dang, we better get sponsored by these guys. All the plugs we're giving them.
Dude, I swear, I'll
Do you work for them, Corey, or what? Jennifer, the decaf salted caramel cappuccinos at Dunkin' are great too. Oh, okay. There we go. A Dunkin' decaf. Jennifer's still got the coffee going on.
Yep.
So that's cool that you're able to still get some coffee flavor with coffee going on. Decaf coffee is still probably pretty damn good, huh? I mean, flavor wise, and you throw in some salted caramel in there, it's still probably fire. I'll bet you, for sure.
Well, who was it I saw earlier? Where's she at? Somebody said something earlier. I didn't want to interrupt you, but somebody said something earlier. Mike likes the vanilla bean latte. That's cool. There it is. There it is.
Oh,
somebody likes that devil pumpkin spice.
I like pumpkin. No, I like pumpkin spice. I'm not gonna lie. I like it all right. I mean, halfway through, I might put it down, but it's super sweet and weird sometimes. But I like it all right, though.
I cannot stand pumpkin spice. I hate it.
What's up with them little donuts at Walmart right by the checkouts?
You know?
You know the row I'm talking about. The little row of all pumpkin spice donuts. Oh yeah, anything on there is amazing.
Because pumpkin spice is good, but it's a seasonal thing. I can't stand it because if I want to taste my coffee, I want it black, 2 sugars. That's it. I want that bitter taste. Pumpkin spice, it's just too sweet for some reason for me.
Pumpkin it's donut holes, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Pumpkin spice donut holes.
They have salted caramel, raspberry chocolate. I buy a lot.
Perfect with one of those decaf caramel lattes you're talking about. Bubba loves some pumpkin spice.
Bubba, you better stop that right now. You're showing your inner sweater mob, as it's called.
My favorite though coffee drink in general, I like it when I pull up at like a Grab a Java or something like that, is just an iced mocha.
An iced mocha.
Yeah, that's a real iced mocha. Is milk, like regular milk, 2 shots of espresso and chocolate syrup, and that's it, and stirred up, and that's it. That's a delicious regular iced mocha, not with powder and all that other crap. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So when you pull up to Grab a Java or some kind of a real place and order an iced mocha, they'll make it like that. In fact, you can get a triple too. You get a double or a triple. You can tell them to make it a triple. So yeah, try that sometime. That's my thing.
I just like my coffee straight black with 3 sugars. That's all. You know. Apparently, Casey's work mother. What the hell?
I like my coffee like my women, black, bitter,
hey!
white, blonde. I like it always.
No, I don't believe coffee should be iced. What we went from talking Bigfoot and Illuminati or
coffee,
fucking coffee.
That's all right. See, like Dog said, God rest his soul on QLZ. You got to talk to people like they're your best friends, and this is the way it went. And we talk with it when we're chatting with the chat room, like you guys are hanging out with us, man, and that's cool. That's a good thing. That's what internet radio is all about.
Yeah,
brothers and sisters.
Coffee is life. I don't know.
We have a lot of female listeners, man, on Basement Radio, and that's awesome. Not Basement Radio. On Weird Frequencies, and that goes to show you how interested girls and women are in the paranormal and the subjects that we have, because when you look at our numbers and our memberships, and it's half and half, like men and women. It's pretty cool. You think it'd be just polluted with a bunch of Bigfoot lovers and men. Bigfoot loving men.
We actually did show Rob the Bigfoot video. We think it's I'm not answering Hollywood Tim Gibbons here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going for the beef jerky costume.
He thinks it's the beef jerky costume. I think it's the beef. I'm waiting for Bubba to say, "Hey, shut up! Bigfoot's real any minute now." Because
he was really. He had a cool vibe going though. If you look at the video, he was kicking it hard, man.
He was waiting for that iced mocha latte. That's what he was waiting for. Yeah.
He was just looking at that branch though and sniffing it, and like he had this vibe going. We'll see him again. You got him? Come on.
Yep.
I always binge ghost hunters. My sons love those guys.
Yeah, Casey's a huge ghost hunter fan. Every time we talk about,
man, you know that guy, he was legit. I think they did some bullshit every once in a while, but I think old dude, he really was messing around with some demons and stuff. Towards the end when he took over those houses and all that, and yeah, that was some scary stuff.
Oh, you talking about Zach Bagans?
Yeah, I know you hate him.
I hate him. I think I've been to one of his locations he claimed was supremely demonic, the McPike Mansion, and it was a great time. I never got a single bad vibe. And you talk to the owner, and she talks about how big of a douche he was. Yeah, like Casey says, I heard he was
in real life.
Yeah.
Corey said he woke up. Put that post up. Corey said last time he drank a pumpkin spice coffee, he woke up next day with man and Uggs on.
Your Uggs on. Never again. Nope.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
One of the drawbacks of pumpkin spice. Yes. Yeah. Last time I had some of them donut holes.
Let's see. I think
popped right on my feet.
I don't know if they're still in there, but the pretzel place in the mall, they had donut spice pretzels. Those
really?
were okay, yeah. But as far as the whole pumpkin spice, have you seen Meat Canyon's video on pumpkin spice addiction?
Oh,
I'm going to pull this up. You're going to love it.
What is the best pumpkin spice thing you can get, girls? That's what I want to know. And boys, Corey.
And boys.
Because you said you had some of mine, it turned you into this man bun creature. So you're down with the pumpkin spice now, apparently, right? If you still got the man bun, maybe.
Last time I saw him, he ain't got a man bun.
Pumpkin pie. Oh.
She stops at pumpkin pie?
Okay, Jennifer's not your average pumpkin spicer.
That Bigfoot video in the video was Stone. I don't know. So the story behind this goes is
pumpkin pie with a big pile of whipped cream. Come on now.
The story behind this goes is that a year ago, a lady got arrested for breaking into a Starbucks and stealing like 6 bags of the pumpkin spice coffee. And when she was released, she immediately went back to Starbucks and went through the drive-thru like 7 times ordering pumpkin spice because they claimed she had an addiction to cellophanoxane or something like that. It's some chemical inside pumpkins and watermelon and stuff like that. So this YouTuber, he did a cartoon. It's a comical cartoon. We're going to play the whole thing so Rob can see it and everybody in the chat room can see it. It is fucking hilarious. This is your average pumpkin spice white woman season. There you go.
Casey said she don't like anything else pumpkin.
Yeah. Is pumpkin spice back on the menu? Okay, great. I'll take a coffee with some of that yummy pumpkin cream cold foam.
Okay, that will be $6.95 at the window.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, it's gonna get funny. Don't worry.
Hello, here's your coffee. The person in front of you paid for your order, so you're all set.
Wow, really? That's so kind of them. So many kind souls in the universe. I'm just so happy the pumpkin spice is back.
Yeah, no, it's certainly popular.
Okay, well, thank you. Yep, thanks. Bye.
All right, have a great day.
Welcome to Starbucks. What can we get started for you today?
Hello, can I get 2 iced chai lattes with the pumpkin cream cold foam, extra pumpkin?
Sure. The total is $12.50 at the first window.
Oh, Sarah. Hey.
Oh, hello again.
Oh, wait for it. It gets
extra hot, please. No whipped cream. Skin.
White woman season.
Pumpkin spice latte.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Give me that. What is this?
It's a white chocolate mocha. It was for the woman in front of you.
Bring me pumpkin. Go back there and get it for me.
Welcome to Starbucks. What can we get started for you today?
This is horrifying. Yeah.
Please pull forward.
That was a cool Spider-Man villain.
Ma'am, I don't know if I can give you this drink. It doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Welcome to Starbucks. What can we get started for you today?
Oh yeah, it's pumpkin spice back on the menu.
No.
There you go. That is. I watched that. We watched that last year, and I couldn't stop laughing. It's white woman season, and even like Casey's like, oh, she's like the cornholio of pumpkin spice.
Jennifer said an entire container of Cool Whip. I've done that for sure, man. When everyone leaves after Thanksgiving or whatever, like 1 o'clock in the morning, go back in there and get the Cool Whip. Yep.
I think like Thanksgiving is, yeah, just slap that on the pie and all that
all
stuff.
of it. Like leave it. Just I'll eat it out of the bowl.
Yeah, you can just like dip it in there. Yeah,
a little bit for somebody in the corner in case they need some pie.
Are you on Sunday at 2 or Saturday? Sunday. I'll be. I'm on for your show Sunday at 2, Casey, because I know she's asking me. She would want me to come on her show as a special guest. So I'm like, yeah, I will come on.
Cool.
I'll come on Sunday at 2.
Cool.
Then Jen's like, I have no shame. I will do it in front of everyone.
Oh yeah, no, that's like chugging the Hershey syrup. I'll do that.
Yeah. I think everybody has that one. I am not drinking pumpkin spice. I'll bring my Black Rifle coffee. Show your real coffee, Casey.
Somebody said pumpkin logs.
Pumpkin.
Those are pretty fire. You know them pumpkin log things with the Cool Whip in them.
Yeah, I know those. Yeah,
not Cool Whip, but some kind of cream or something.
It's
creamy like logs.
If you could see
people
the pumpkin
make them and sell them.
Jen's got a good point. If you could see the pumpkin pie, there was not enough Cool Whip on
yeah.
She's right.
Man, have you had chocolate? Like chocolate Cool Whip? That's really good.
I have not had the chocolate Cool Whip.
Well, it's not Cool Whip, I guess. It's in a can. Yeah, it's like, the kind that you shake up. There's a chocolate one now. It's amazing. If you get chocolate ice cream and put that on it. Yep.
Wow. I haven't tried that.
Cream, yep, in a can. Got flies flying around here. There you go.
I got flies around here too as well. There you go. Check out Casey Ray's podcast, Notorious Escapades.
Oh, cool. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So
Notorious Escapades with Casey Ray.
Yep.
What is that?
So her podcast, she was nominated on the Illinois Times and all that stuff. That's how I learned about it. She talks about true crime, murder, a little bit of mystery. I don't know if she talks really about like the paranormal like we do, but
super cool. Real life stories, real fiction, huh?
One thing that she talks about that I disagree with 100% is the Swifties shit, and it's like, why is this a fucking movie?
Oh, don't be hating on the Swifties.
I can't stand the Swifties. I don't get how it's a movie. Okay, I get it. You like Taylor Swift, but
I'm down with Taylor because she's hot.
You're down with she is hot. Yeah, I'm not
she's
gonna lie.
Hot.
Some people are mad at her because she endorsed Kamala. I'm like, who cares? It's her choice.
I'm definitely not looking at her, listening to her because of that. But
you're going to be the reason she puts out a new album at some point.
She also made all 75 people on her crew vote for Kamala too.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, she's like literally. That's hey, when you're a musician,
they are because they're getting banked from Swifty. They're like, well, whatever you say, Swifty.
Fuck yeah.
Where do we vote?
She's probably like, so I'm voting for Taylor Swift. If you're not voting, or I'm voting for Kamala Harris. If you're not voting for Kamala Harris, she'll be finding a new job. That's probably how it is. That's
there's a couple celebrities I saw out there who like didn't endorse anybody, which was
there's a couple celebrities I've seen that endorsed
nobody.
There's a couple celebrities I've seen endorsed Trump. There's a couple I've seen endorsed Kamala. What's really striking is the amount of celebrities that endorsed Joe Biden last year have chose not to endorse anyone. Like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, he was a huge Biden supporter back in 2020. Mm-hmm. And this year he came out right before we even got started, right before the summer. And he said, I'm not endorsing any of them. No, I'm not doing that. So, I mean,
I don't, I try not to pick sides.
No, it's really hard to
get you in trouble.
Well, okay, so I'll tell you
for either one of them. So
I'll tell you this: my father gave me a Trump sign.
Yeah,
a Trump sign, and I'm like, okay, it's a free sign. I mean, I'm down for the record. I'm neutral. Trump Kamala sucks, but you gotta look at it this way: you vote for Kamala, it's 4 more years of what we currently got. Trump, we're taking another 4 years back. There you go, right there. There's your choice. We'll hide 2024. So he got me to sign. It was a gift. I was like, okay, I put it out in the front yard.
I think both parties get you the same exact thing. So
I think they do.
I think we shouldn't worry about the issues so much because they're gonna give us whatever issues they want anyway. They really actually have a say in that. It's just you think we do, but I think that it's more important to elect people sometimes.
I say
on their personality in this case, maybe. I think Trump has a better personality than she does. I hate to say it, I guess I'm picking a side there, but I
have a great personality. I have, a tremendous personality.
I think he's more respected and more has a little. I don't know. I don't think he knows what the hell he's doing either, though. Half the time, he's just. I think he's by the fucking seat of his pants, but
I think he's got an idea. I think he's got an idea on what he's doing. I think he's got the experience.
He comes up with these ideas sometimes, and when people, are like, oh, "How do you do that?" and really, and like, he says all these things he's going to do magically, but really doesn't explain nothing. And he's just like, first day, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, that's right. Like, what was it? He said he'll end the Ukraine war while he's the president-elect.
But I tend to like whoever kept us alive. If the last guy kept us alive, great. I don't know. Biden did a good job. He kept me alive 4 years. Good job, dude.
I don't know. We're pretty close to
before that. Trump kept me alive 4 years. Good job, dude. Obama, good job. You guys kept me alive all those years. So whoever does the next 4, good job. Thanks.
Yeah.
No, but he, I don't know. He seems to be, I don't know. Democrats and stuff we don't seem very respected in the world, and I think that their whole the way we Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to say about in politics. I think that going over there and helping, other countries and sending them all of our money instead of helping our own people with, these hurricanes and stuff like that. And we're sending all our money overseas, and and one of the countries we happen to be sending them to is really pissing off Russians, and I don't think that's a good idea to make the Russians mad. And I think that if Trump gets in there, that we have a better relationship with like Russia and China, and I think they respect him, and they're even a little scared of him, and I think he'll keep us alive another 4 years. I feel like these guys there's wars going on right now. I mean, there's and I feel like they just are dying to get into war with Iran right now. So
I think a war with Iran after the last rocket attack. I think a war. They're going through Palestine right now, trying to get Hamas, but the whole Israel situation right now with the Middle East, that's even scarier than the Ukraine situation.
But when it comes down to it, it'd be great if we could have a black woman as a president or whatever, but I don't think she's the one.
I don't think she's the one either.
I think there's a lot of other black women that could do probably a better job than her. She just kind of personality is kind of. They've been asking her questions the past couple days too, and she's just been zoning out and not been able to answer.
Yeah,
they like tried to ask her some stuff, and they're like, "No, that's not what we meant. We're asking you this," and she's just like, "Oh," and zoned off and couldn't answer nothing, kind of. So I don't know, we need someone who is going to keep us safe. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
I think it's the same thing.
I had that Trump sign that my father gave me. I put it in the yard. It was in the yard for a day, and somebody stole it. Yeah, literally, I put it in the yard for a day. It was a gift from my father. I like I said, I don't care who you vote for. I don't even know who I really want to vote for. I put that sign in my yard because it was a gift. I was like, okay, put it in the yard. It was there a day, and then it's gone the next day when I come back from work. I'm like, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me right now?
Besides, the conspiracy theorists in me really stopped worrying about politics and voting after Alex Jones broke into the
Bohemian Grove
and filmed all of our leaders in a satanic ceremony wearing robes and burning an effigy of a child. And
it's really fucked up.
Some kind of satanic ritual to cremate their care, and and they're laughing all satanically and crazy, and like, what are they doing? I'm not voting for them crazy motherfuckers.
I don't know. It is so weird. What do you think of the
Clintons, Bushes? All of them went to it.
What do you think of Alex Jones having to sell off InfoWars?
He busted out the Illuminati. He made the New World Order a household name, and he made the Illuminati a household name, and he created millions of conspiracy theorists. And he one of the things he did was expose, a lot of pedophilia in Hollywood, and exposed Hollywood being bloodsuckers, and what's that called when they drink the blood to stay young?
Did he?
No, not Diddy. Before Diddy, but see, the thing is, he exposed all that way before Diddy, and way before adrenochrome or whatever it was.
Adrenochrome or something like that. Yeah.
And he's been calling them blood-sucking vampires for years. And he, when he exposed them, he made them all mad, and he made a big mistake later on in his career, and he said that everyone at Sandy Hook that it was fake.
Yeah, that's where he fucked up.
But he was really mentally messed up a little bit, where he was drawn into it. He himself was drawn into the conspiracy of that and believed it so much that he felt that there was people that were actors in different locations that looked the same.
He claimed originally that the people at Sandy Hook,
and they looked exactly the same, and all
or crisis actors or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
that's what
Which,
he called
let's be honest, that's stupid. That
Yeah, these are real people. Their children died, and it was horrible, and they got death threats because of him, and other people attacked him and constantly, and so they sued him, and they took away everything that he owns, and they took away $1 billion. It looks like, because
more
he had
than $1 billion
a giant
is what he owes
platform
to relatives.
that,
Yeah.
and so they crushed him by doing this, and they knocked him down a big, huge notch. And so in the process, he apologized, and he's said since then that he was wrong, and he shouldn't have done it. But they still wiped him off the internet. They blacklisted him. They took him off Twitter. They took him off Facebook. They took him off YouTube.
Yeah. Well, no, he's back on Twitter now. I thought Elon restored him.
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe.
I don't know.
He was definitely banned from Twitter. So, but it's so bad, the whole,
yeah, he's back. He's back on. He's back on Twitter apparently.
Okay, so he's got a Twitter account, huh?
Yeah,
that's good. So, well, Elon's all about free speech, so he gave it back to him. See, but no one else has. Trust me.
Yeah.
And
well,
owned by legacy media or having to do with legacy media won't have nothing to do with Alex Jones now.
Well, the problem is that
ABC, NBC, Fox, all of them.
Yeah, he really overstepped it when he said they were fake. And
yeah, but people make mistakes, and he's paid his cost for that.
His dues, yeah. He's lost the ball.
He's actually really good friends with Joe Rogan, and he's appeared on Joe Rogan once or twice. And every time he does, all of Joe Rogan's sponsors freak out and threaten to pull, and Joe Rogan's like, check it out, I'm Joe Rogan, screw you. And he has him on anyway, dude.
Let's see, he's actually had him on 3 times. And
has he? Yeah.
Yeah, the third time was right after the lawsuit, and Jones announced, I think he was going to try and retire. He was going to try and, just retire. He was tired of doing the whole thing. But, after this whole thing with him having to auction off his company and everything that he created, it looks like he's being forced into retirement more than likely.
Yeah. So Alex is a trip, man.
Oh, he's something else.
And they destroyed him.
They're making the freaking frogs gay. Rob, I'm telling you, they're making the frogs gay. This is what they're doing. They're releasing adrenochrome into the Old Spice shampoo.
And then they find out later, though, that was actually true.
It's a funny part. Is like
making the frogs gay, and there is pedophiles in Hollywood, and there
most
is
of the bullshit you hear him talk about. You're like, that is so stupid. How did find out? Oh shit, he was actually right.
90% of the stuff he would say. He was probably right about. I hate to say that.
I would say
he definitely was horribly wrong about Sandy Hook, but other things.
Oh yeah,
he was a trip, dude. He predicted 9/11 before it happened. He was on the radio on his show, and he predicted it. He said there's going to be a guy come, and they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and it happened. And he's predicted a lot of stuff. And one of the latest things that he's predicted, don't mean to scare everybody, but one of the latest things he's predicted is to stay away from big events and big sporting events. I don't know. He feels like there's going to be an attack by people that are already in the country that have been let in. They're just all waiting to do some big attack because, our borders are all open and we're letting all these people in that we don't know who they are. So
I don't know. I feel like with Alex Jones, like, okay, yeah, he could be a legitimate broadcaster at times, but he lets his emotions and like his I swear he's got like ADD.
Oh, he's crazy. Yeah, he goes nuts.
He goes flat shit crazy.
He goes wacko. Yeah, that's his whole problem. And also, he used to drink a lot, I think. He used to drink a lot of vodka. Yeah, and now he doesn't drink, but there was a time when he drank his ass off, and it might have fucked his brain up a little bit now. He's
friends, I don't think that interdimensional vampires are molesting babies and harvesting those organs. Me, intellectual breeds.
Yeah, see, there's all kinds of stuff he's like right about. Probably
there was one I saw. It was like a list of all the bullshit Alex Jones has said.
There's people that hate him, though. He's
because
of what he said and what he did, and their attack worked on him, and he but he fell for it. It's like believing in Bigfoot. He believed in those people that it was fake, and he fell for it. And he was, people literally influenced him and gave him this information and influenced him. So it's almost like he was brainwashed. And
I think it was more like he was.
He said now that it was all wrong. It was terrible, and he shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I think the thing is with Alex Jones is he looks so hard for a conspiracy, and when he finds one, then he's always looking for more. He looks for more. He looks for more, and he looked into the Sandy Hook shit, and he really stepped into it. Like he was thinking it was more than what it was.
I don't know really what he does now. I mean, I used to.
I don't know.
Back in the day, but
I honestly have never listened to Alex Jones outside of when he's on Joe.
Oh, I listened to a lot of him when he was when he was in his crazy days on vodka. Yeah, he was awesome.
Can you imagine?
I love it when he'd go crazy. He'd go nuts. He'd be like,
"Scumbags,
and we're not your slaves." And, yeah, he'd freak out.
I do not have a drinking problem.
He also busted out. He also busted out the Bilderberg meetings.
Along, he did
with the Bohemian Grove and how they were tied together, and how all these people like kings and queens and princes, and then leaders and presidents, along with Coca-Cola and Microsoft and Taco Bell and the CEOs of those companies all meet at this place called the Bilderberg meeting, and they're all invited to it, and there's a couple hundred people invited it every year, I think. And there was a secret meeting, and they never told. I still think they don't tell what the meeting's about, but now they have to tell who's going to be there. So you could look it up right now and see the list of the people at the Bilderberg meetings, and they have an official website. So, because he busted them out, he stood outside while they were lined up going in, and he had a megahorn thing, and he was yelling at them. Obama's going by and all these presidents, and he's like, "We're not your slaves. We know what you're doing." And they're the Bilderberg meeting. So what he said was the Bilderberg meeting was where they made the main decisions about what was going to happen in the whole world. And then the Americans would take that information to the Bohemian Grove, and then all the American presidents and type people and governors and whatever and politicians would meet there, and famous people, and then they would be told the orders from this place.
Yeah, they got one up for the 18th through the 21st of May, 2023.
What, there's one coming up?
No, that's for last year, and then they got June for. I don't think they did one. Look like they did one for 2024, but
wow,
look at this. They talk about the things they talked about: AI, the banking system, China, energy transition, Europe, fiscal challenges, India, industrial policy and trade, NATO, Russia, transnational threats, Ukraine, U.S. leadership. That's interesting.
Are the attendees there? The list of attendees?
It doesn't. Oh, here's a meeting for 2024. Okay. So here's what they got for 2024. It was in Madrid. State of AI safety, changing faces of biology, climate, future of warfare, geopolitical landscape, Europe's economic challenges, U.S. economic challenges, U.S. political landscape.
Ukraine. Read that last paragraph. The Bilderberg meeting is a forum. Now keep going a little farther down. For informal discussions about major issues. The meetings are held under the Chatham House rule, which states participants are free to use the information received, but neither the identity nor the affiliation of the speaker nor any of the other participants may be revealed. What does that mean? That's crazy.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so
it's weird how they talk
about a list of the attendees.
Doesn't look like it, but what's weird though is that they talk about the U.S. political landscape. It was in 2024, and then back in 2023. Wait, what's this? Participants? Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Here's a list of participants. All right, so you got.
Who was the last one? Go to 2024.
Oh, that's 2023. Yeah, we want 2024 as participants. Here we go. Abram Stacy. Biden's not on the list. I don't see any I don't see Biden. What about Harris? She on the list?
So look at what these people do. There's Google.
And no Harris.
There's the CEO of Google. Deep.
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
European Commissioner Climate Action. Look at some of these titles. These are weird. CEO of SageWorks Production.
CEO of Pfizer.
CEO of Pfizer right there. Yep.
Pfizer. That's
Pfizer.
Dude, that's the
staff writer of the Atlantic
vaccination company, right?
Yeah.
Pfizer.
The European president of the European Investment Bank. This is such a weird list of people.
Oh, huh. Coca-Cola.
Where you see? Oh, right there.
Chair
Coca-Cola Euro Pacific. Yeah, right there.
Huh. Go have a Coke, everybody.
Always Coca-Cola.
Huh.
Why would you have a meeting with the chair
talk about
of
what's in Desante?
Why would you have a meeting with the chair of Coca-Cola?
Double up on the,
and then you have also right below them, you have a representative from Goldman Sachs. That is so weird.
Oh yeah, you got to get Goldman Sachs in there.
Oh yeah, Goldman Sachs that we attached to everything.
Oh yeah.
Microsoft Research.
Oh yeah, you got to get. Microsoft.
And then you got the UK Minister of Foreign Affairs. What kind of group is this?
This is who controls the planet.
These are the people who control the planet.
Yep, that's what Alex Jones says.
Well, I'm not seeing Harris. I'm not seeing Biden. I'm going to take a guess.
You're also not seeing what these people talk about.
No, you see a synopsis of what they talk about.
That's all you get. It's a secret. It's a secret meeting.
You have Brett Stevens, who's an opinion columnist for the New York Times. Why is a New York Times opinion columnist?
This is illegal.
This is so bizarre.
It's a secret meeting we can't know the results of, and we're not invited to.
I'm looking to see if Bigfoot's on the list too, because right now that's where
I'd find him. Bigfoot on there?
I don't know. Is he?
He should be invited.
That's why he's chilling under the tree. He's waiting for the invite.
CEOs of Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, CEO of Hide and Seek Industries. Such a weird list. The Bilderberg meetings.
That's it. So without Alex, we wouldn't, people wouldn't even know what all this
whatever
Illuminati stuff is. It all came from him. So, I mean, a lot of it did. He really woke up a bunch of psychotic conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, so weird.
But yeah, that means the elite makes the rules. They go there and they talk about it, and then they leave there, and then they go dispense it. And maybe Coca-Cola's got to help cut down on the population a little bit or something. Things like that. I don't know.
I'm glad I drink Pepsi. Then I didn't see Pepsi on the list, so
yeah, they'll be there next year, dude.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Because then I'll have to go to like RC Cola or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that you look at Alex and all of the things that, he was a madman. He was crazy, but he also, busted out.
He did get a lot of things right. Yeah.
A lot of things about the New World Order and the Illuminati and Masonry and the Knights of the Templar and how it all ties together with banking. And, he really did a lot of crazy stuff. And you can kind of understand why he was quickly taken down off the internet as fast as you could as soon as he said something about Sandy Hook. He was done.
Well, I think they were waiting. They were looking for him to do something.
He messed up.
They were waiting for him to mess up. And as soon as he messed up, that's what we get him for right there. Sandy Hook. That's it.
Yep.
So
Alex Jones may have lost his mind, but he's been right about a lot. So that has to be something. Yeah. I wonder if, in this world of AI and fact checking, if we could go back and fact check Alex Jones now from the beginning and just check and see, how much he was right about and how much he was wrong about. We need somebody. I'm gonna next time I get on AI, I'm gonna ask it to do that.
I don't know. That'd be really scary. That'd be
AI
really
could do some amazing shit. It might be able to do that. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, if AI is able to fact check and you're seeing some of the shit that you saw back in the day where you were like, oh, that's bullshit. Alex Jones is full of shit. And AI is like, well, technically, ooh, that'd be scary as fuck.
All right, my man. Well,
yeah, I think we're about an hour. We're actually went over. I've only wanted you for an hour. We went over.
Yeah, it's all good, dog. That was fun.
Let's get out of here. Let's hit that sweet.
I'll see you on the next Weird Frequency show.
Yeah. So let me get where is Weird Frequencies tab? I opened up so many tabs right now, so I need to plug you guys' show wherever it went to. All right. Well, Rob, it's been fun. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for coming back. So Weird Frequencies are going to resume when?
Next Sunday, right? We're going to come back, I think. Yep.
Next Sunday. There you go. So for those of you who want to pay attention, Rob's show, I basically produce it. He's the host. Hardcore Rob Hansen, along with several others. If you want to watch, here is the best way to watch right here at youtubetv.com at Weird Frequencies.
There you
go. He also has a Facebook page. I'll bring that up here in a little bit. You also Twitch stream, right? You do like
we try.
We try.
Yeah.
All right. If you guys want to watch on Facebook, here it is right here. Facebook.com. And we always simulcast Weird Frequencies on the Best Damn Podcast. So we always share his show. So you can watch it on there as well. So we share the love and support so that way.
Don't forget to check out Notorious Escapades.
Yep.
AC.
Yep. So Rob, thank you very much for coming on. It's been fun.
Thank you, dude. Thank you for having me. It was so cool. That was so fun. Thank you. I'm honored.
I'm honored too. You, like I said, you're my mentor. So we will be back tomorrow with the rest of the cast and crew for another edition of the Best Damn Podcast. Until then, I'm Tyler, representing the Best Damn Podcast. That's Hardcore Rob Hansen, representing the soul of basement radio and the conspiracies himself, Weird Frequencies. And we'll see you on the next episode of both the Best Damn Podcast and Weird Frequencies. So long, everybody. Tyler. Thanks, Rob.
You kick ass, dude.
You kick ass. You taught me how to kick ass. Bye, guys. And we're off.